Hey, what I almost did, this is a low moment. Our friend Tracy brought in cupcakes and cookies earlier this week for St. Patrick's Day. We absolutely love this woman. She's like in the HR department here. And she's not in as much as she used to be. Of course, it used to be she was here every day, and she was always bringing sweets and bundt cakes and just breakfast and just a wonderful person. Well, this week she came in on St. Patrick's Day for an HR matter. And so she brought in a cookie cake and some cupcakes. And since there are fewer employees in here now, the cupcakes sat there for a couple of days, and I had two yesterday. I had two. I fell off the wagon.
Shame,
fell
man.
off the wagon yesterday. Had two.
Man.
They were stale.
You could actually hear your self-loathing between every bite.
I told Kristen.
It was quite a performance.
Before I ate each of them, I said, why am I doing this? What am I doing? And then I ate them. And then I said, I feel so bad about it. I hate myself. I hate myself. So today I came in and said to Kristen, because there's a table set up in the hall with the cupcakes, but they were just down to the dregs yesterday.
Yeah.
Because it was a few days ago she was here. And I said to Kristen, are there any of those stale cupcakes left? And Kristen said, no, there's just a bottle of some crazy drink.
Mexican water.
Mexican water. And so I said, I don't want that. But when I walked by the table later, I saw there was a smudge of icing, just a splotch.
It's like one corner is kind of yellowish, and the other is a little more green.
Well, green. I spotted the green, and I had my tongue this close to it, and I said, I
hear footsteps.
This is rock bottom. This is rock bottom.
Yeah.
I'm on my knees with my tongue on a table that has been touched by 1,000 people. You know, who knows the last time it's never been washed. This table goes to eventually.
I would say never, ever been cleaned.
Yeah.
And I just thank goodness that Kristen was coming around the corner. I may have put my tongue on that table. I didn't, but it was close. It was very close.
That would be the lowest of the low.
Oh, it's just as low as it gets.
I mean, that would have been the ultimate wake-up call moment.
Does this biggie make you more, less, the same confident you will collect $1,000 from Chris Kelly?
Well, to know that that's in his head, it does help me a little with a little more confidence. I mean, just to know that that's even an option for you.
Yeah, it was a possibility.
That you really thought about it.
I did. Either tonguing it or putting my finger on it and then
scratch it like with your fingernail.
This is dry.
Yeah.
This is a dry icing now that it's on. It's still there. I've thought about it now 3 times.
Which probably fell out of somebody's mouth.
Yeah.
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 And, I'm going to say this.
It was standing over the table, the filthy table, eating.
The fact that you're bringing it to us means that you're really considering it and you want to be talked out of it.
I'm considering it.
Because it's still there.
It is still there. And
no one's going to clean it.
No.
I'm playing Put Up or Shut Up today. I'll be in that hallway for 2 minutes and in about
2
hours. And don't you think I won't be staring hard at it. Check my fingernails when I come back in.
No.
Check them. I want you to check me on this.
I don't want to.
That's how close I am. That's how close I am to cracking, to breaking, and doing that.
Well, you're a week into the hot coffee with butter?
Yeah, how's that?
Is that fading?
No, I am enjoying that. I'm going to continue to do that. It's quick and it's filling. The problem is it was those damn cupcakes. She brought them in and I ate them and I loved it. Everybody said, I've gotten so many emails saying you're really onto something with this butter coffee because it is filling and it is good for you as long as you don't put sugar on top of it.
Yeah.
And so that's been my downfall is this week there I have cracked twice, 2 days in a row, both St. Patrick's Day and the day after. Today I'm okay, but I'm considering that splotch of icing on the corner there. And I considered going down and getting M&Ms, but I didn't.
I mean, I am a fat guy. We're well aware of this.
No question about it.
Look at the cameras.
Yeah.
Even in non-high definition.
Yeah, even in
Yeah, fine.
standard
Yeah, you
def.
can tell I'm fat. I've always known,
We know
I've
that.
never denied it.
How could you?
Yeah. So, but never in my fat guy life have I ever looked at a table with a crumb and thought, I'm going to get that.
Seriously? Have
Yes.
you not?
No.
Have you not? Come on, be
Now,
honest.
look, I've seen stuff on my shirt.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'll pick that. Yeah. But, let me say this. Not a table that's a group setting
Okay.
table.
All right.
Something falls on the counter when I'm making a sandwich. Maybe. It's my counter.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Hand City over there.
How about
Yeah, but would you pick up like a piece of bologna a day after you made the sandwich?
No, God, no. They go right in the trash.
I've taken things out of the trash. I've taken things recently. Listen to this. Recently, I bought M&Ms out of the machine, but it didn't. Chris Tim wasn't here. It was a day that he is so much vacation he just takes them off here and there.
We don't even know when he's here or not here anymore. Sometimes he tells us, sometimes he doesn't.
This was last time you weren't here, a few weeks ago, and I got him in because I do it. I'll buy it when he's not here to see me. I'll just I'll take it.
No judgment today, baby.
No judgment. I just do it.
That's the best.
And it as usual, the machine didn't give it to me right away. It just hung up there. So I shook it and shook it and shook it, and 2 of them fell. So I had 2 M&Ms, and I thought, well, I'll eat one and save the other for Monday. Well, of course, I went right into it, and I ate half the M&M pack. I ate 1 and a half. I said, I can't have it, so I threw them away. Well, 5
you
minutes.
vile creatures.
Exactly.
I hate myself.
5 minutes later, I'm down in the trash can, getting the M&Ms out and eating the M&Ms. That's how low. That's how low I am.
That is pretty low.
There was a time that I took ranch off a restaurant table. I was getting a salad.
Yeah, well, we've known that about you.
You knew that. And Chris Tim spotted it. He was the only one that saw it, and I had to sit there like I didn't do that, but I did.
It's always the person you don't want to see it that sees it.
I know. He saw it.
And for us, it's Chris Dem. Anytime we do something gross, he's always there.
Yep. And he does have an eagle eye. I mean, that's, even at his advanced age.
That's true. There's one thing I can still say I've got.
He got it. He has got it.
Still have vision.
He does. And so today, walking past that tape, low moment for sure. There was no doubt.
Yeah, I saw an article yesterday. I didn't read the whole thing, but the headline was, we've all talked about intermittent fasting. I don't know when that became a thing.
Yeah.
But many people have tried intermittent fasting. Many people have had results, successful weight loss results with it. That's where you only eat for a select, usually 8-hour period.
That's right.
In that 24-hour day.
Yeah.
And the gist of the article was, this is, in behavior for men is considered admirable because they're controlling their desires. In women, this would be called an eating disorder, and the woman there'd be something wrong with her who only ate 8 hours a day.
Man, that's true.
I never even thought about
that. Very true.
I think that's right.
But it's like, how do you, something that we would think is, cool, good, discipline,
good
whatever.
job, yeah. Women, it's different. It's your.
Now, of course, I think the position of women in our society is different than men when it comes to weight and image.
No doubt. Women are.
There's way more grace for a man.
And aging.
To put on weight and to age.
Both things. Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
We don't care. It doesn't. It's totally different. Seen through different eyes. And you're right about what was said there about intermittent fasting. I'll tell you something else I did. And this is a low moment for me, too. I haven't watched more than 4 or 5 games of college basketball all year. So when the brackets came out, and it starts officially today. I mean, they had some play-in games last night, but today March Madness begins in Indianapolis. And I told everybody I'm not filling out a bracket.
You've told us that for a month.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know a thing about it, so I'm not filling it out. Well, here's how easily I am swayed. Yesterday, sitting here in the office, I get a text from my friend Dustin, my boy, who runs a big one. It's $50. He runs it out of Minnesota where he lives. It's done, there's 100 people in it. And he says, "What's up, man?" Like he's like, "What's going on? Why aren't you in?" And I wrote him back and I said, I can't. I
haven't watched.
I
don't know it.
And he goes, "Dude, you got 1 hour to get in." And I was like, "Okay, I'm trying." And I immediately,
I'm on it.
I'm working.
So I have to go to his email. I trash the email to go back through it and get it.
What is Drake? I thought that was a person. It's a school?
Did you know they haven't won a game until last night? In 50 years?
They won last night.
50.
They won last night. Yeah, I saw.
Will Drake jump on their bandwagon?
The last time they won a game.
That's what he does.
Think about it. The last time they won a game, your mom was going, "This boy's coming soon."
Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. So
he's kicking fierce.
So
he must be a Drake fan.
I shouldn't have had that second cupcake.
Low moment. Chris Tim compared my wanting that cupcake spludge off the table to Brett Favre. Remember Brett Favre was so addicted to pain pills, he took some. Later, he threw up from probably, I think it might have been alcohol. That he threw up, and he's down on the floor of the bathroom in the hotel picking
through his vomit.
Yeah, to get the pills that he had thrown so he could get the pain pills back. That's low.
That is low.
That's comparable. I was on my
close.
knees. I was on my knees for that ice. So
back to brackets.
Well, I made all my picks and I turned them in. I was like, "Did I get him in time?" And he says, "Oh man, I was just messing with you. You had a whole day. They're not doing this today." And I said, "What? Wait." And he goes, "You can still make changes if you want to." Okay, all right. So there's one. So I was like, "That's it. That's it." Well, we've got an office pool here as well. $20 to get it. I usually get in 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And so Matt, our friend here, one of the big foodies, he's running it. It's $20. He comes by and said, "Hey, man, how come you're not in?" I said, "I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now." So I click his, and I start picking all my games and everything. And he goes, "Well, you got till today. You got 24 hours." And I was like, "No, I'll do it. I'm in. So
I'm sorry, I'm late.
So now I do 2 of them, right? And then I printed them out and everything. And I went home, and my son said, "Let me see your pics." And I said, "Okay." And he's 15 now. And he goes, "Oh, it's a mess." He looked at it. He's like, "This is a mess." I said, "Well, I don't know.
This team isn't even in the tournament." What?
I had I had Michigan winning, and he's like, "Dad, their guard is hurt. They're young. They're peaking. They've already peaked. It's
Wow.
done. It's done."
Oh, he knows. Yeah.
He said, "I really like Texas and their length to go in and beat Michigan." He's like, "Their senior leadership, Shaka Smart." And I was just like, "Oh, okay." So I changed it. I changed Texas beats Michigan now, and all the way through and everything. And then I said, "Well, I've got North Carolina beating Baylor." And he said, "I thought you were serious. I thought you were actually trying to win."
Why don't you just take that 20 and set it on fire? Well,
he said, "I can't help you anymore. There's no point in me even doing it." I said, "Okay, I'll change." So I changed it to Baylor. So he really rectified a lot of things that I had done. But I have Illinois winning it in both of them, which I don't think
that's a terrible pick.
Popular pick though.
Yeah.
I almost went with Michigan because I thought people are shying away from them, and there are a 1 seed. Apparently, they have the toughest bracket, but they're a 1 seed, and so I went with Illinois. And I think Illinois Gonzaga is my final, and everybody's got that. Everybody. At one point, I had Florida State in the final, and my son said, "What are you doing?" He's literally like, "What are you thinking?"
Just burn this.
Yeah, he said, "Let me just do it for you.
Just get away.
Let me just start this over for you."
What has happened to you? What kind of man are you?
And then
You're almost at the half-century mark.
I know. And Stiffy's pool, which I'm not in.
You have to be invited to, right?
But
you turned it down.
Well,
you said no.
I did say. You know why I'm not in it? Because Stiffy sent yesterday and said, "You only got 24 hours left." So I was like, "I'll do it." And I hit the link, and I couldn't figure my password. I didn't know. So I was like, "Well, Stiffy, I'm out." That's the only reason was I couldn't get it. I almost got in 3.
So your solemn vow fell apart in about 20 minutes?
And the only push I had was like, "Hey, man, how come you're not in?" "Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it. Let me do it." Is that ridiculous or what?
What a pleaser you are.
Absolutely.
You
right.
please everyone but yourself.
But that's right.
And then look, that's true. You never please yourself.
That's right.
I
know. I hate myself.
Look at me. I hate myself.
And then I told my friend Dustin, who runs that one that's $50, I said, I texted him back, and this was bad too, because there's like 10 people on the text, because they're the ones that usually get in but haven't this year, like me. And so I wrote him back. It's like, "How do I pay you?" And he said, "PayPal or Venmo." And I said, "How do you do that?" He's like, "Are you serious right now? Are you serious?"
Can I mail you an American Express traveler's check?
Can I?
Do they still make those?
Can I send you a Western Union money order?
I'll wire you the money.
Yeah, I'll wire you the cash. He goes, "Man, just PayPal me." And I said, "How do I PayPal you?" He goes, "Oh, my God. Here's my email address. PayPal it to that." So I have to call my wife and say, "Can you PayPal something?"
We got to PayPal Dustin.
Right. And then I gave her the wrong email address.
So 20 is just floating out there in cyberspace
50.
somewhere?
That's a 50.
So I was going to say, so somebody could be getting...
Yeah, 50's floating. And she said later in the day, she's like, I PayPal'd him this, and he ain't gotten it yet. And that's when I told her, I was like, "Oh, man." She goes, "Well, it's nothing like that. We're just..." So basically, I played
Somebody may take it,
Somebody's going to take it. They got a week to take it, and they will. Somebody's going to go in there and say, "Well, thanks for that free $50. That's how PayPal will get you, man.
Do you... this may shock you, but I've never used PayPal, of course.
Right.
And I may go to my grave without using it.
Yep.
When the person... Let's say I send Biggie a PayPal in the amount of $50. Does Biggie know it's from me, or is he just see an email address?
You know who it's from.
Yeah, it says my wife's name and email address, or her handle.
Is there a subject line like on a check?
Yep.
Yeah,
like
there is. Yeah,
March rent?
Yeah, I put in there NCAA bracket.
Pool.
Yeah, pool entry.
Venmo, PayPal, all those.
Okay.
Yeah. I finally jumped on the Venmo bandwagon, and I've missed it out for years. I love it.
Yeah, A-Train says
great
the
way
best
to pay
ones.
people.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
For years I fought it, but it is so much easier.
Look, the A-Train was ahead of her game on that.
She was an early adapter.
Oh, big time. And I remember thinking, I'm never going to need that. No, it's great.
It really is. I mean, that's a fine piece of technology. And my friend Dustin was like, "You can PayPal, Venmo. There's a couple other like.
There's others too.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, squirt, whatever. And I was
Excuse you.
all right.
Juice,
whatever you want to do.
Juice me. What?
Yeah, there's one new one called Smeg. You want to Smeg it? What? No,
I don't understand.
I can't ask my wife to do that.
Just smeg it to me. You want me to smeg you? Yeah, smeg me 50.
Definitely.
And be done.
What?